It's just a little piece of one of my average days. I mean, they're always different, but hello everybody. I love the rain, so I'm sitting outside. I just wanted to update you guys on what's been going on. Emotionally having a hard time lately. I've been feeling down and then just surges of anxiety. So we've been doing yoga and stretching and stuff like that, but it's hard to keep myself motivated to keep going. Well, even if I have motivation, I feel like I don't have energy. I don't know how to really explain it. I've been splitting my energy up and doing a little bit of work for a family business, and that is something that takes a few hours usually at a time, like 2 or 3 hours, and that drains me. So then I'm tired after that, and then I don't get to do the other things that I really needed to do, like wash the sheets and wash my clothes and clean the bathroom, you know, simple things. I've had candida stuff practically every orifice, like cracks somewhere around it. Like my nose is cracked all the way up, and I keep getting cold sores, my ears are gunked up, and I'm just like itching and everything, and so it's not fun. It's not pretty. I also have not had an earring in my ears for probably like 5 or 6 years now because I would get eczema around them. But every time that I get this yeast stuff, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, that stuff just breaks open. And I really think that that is causing the anxiety, because for me, yeast and anxiety go hand in hand. I did a sinus rinse yesterday with some xylitol and frankincense oil, and that actually really helped a lot. So I that was, I think, the first time I used frankincense oil in it, and I actually soothed it quite a bit. So I'll be doing that again. And then I've been just swishing with xylitol because I've had a sore throat now for like 5 days, and so it's just kind of, whenever I get this yeast stuff, it also goes to my bladder, so my interstitial cystitis, also the inflammation of the bladder gets worse, and that is thought to be caused, like 90% of bladder infections are caused by E. coli, and if you take D-mannose, it clogs up the E. coli surfaces so that it can't actually attach to your bladder. And so I've been taking D-mannose to help with that, and that is also possibly thought to make yeast worse. So it's like this balance of trying to figure out what's going on, but it does make the bladder stuff, within a couple hours my bladder is feeling better. I've done my oil pulling and my coffee enema, and so I feel a little bit better after that. I'm gonna take my meds and then cook some breakfast and start my day. How are people mowing the lawn when it's pouring right now? How are people mowing the lawn? I didn't think you could, I don't know. Anyway. Quite the basket. I had to put real clothes on so that I could clean my robe, take it in the house. So there we go. Made it. Hey Circa, how you doing? Huh? How you doing? Yeah, don't lift my pants. You can help me with laundry? Hmm? Can you help me sort? So this is like a week and a half of laundry, about every 2 weeks usually, because just wait for it to add up and for me to start running out of clothes. I do as much as I can sitting down. Like everything that I can do sitting down, I sit down. Conserve that energy. Plus raising my arms up, especially if I'm lifting anything, like even these blankets and stuff causes my pot symptoms to go haywire. It sometimes take a while to come back down. So sitting helps. Already out of breath. I can do yoga, my arms up and do yoga. I just have to gauge what my body can do that day. And if I can't do a certain pose with my arms up, then I do the same pose with my arms down. Okay. Sheets and towels in the laundry. Stood up way too fast after that and got a little dizzy. I lose my vision often from blood rushing down. I lose my hearing as well, but the vision goes before the hearing goes. And even this pot feels heavy at the moment. The pots is making the pot feel heavy. So I'm having my breakfast of organic broccoli, which isn't a lot left in that bag, so I think I might add some giant things of Brussels sprouts. I tried eating cheese and drinking sheep and goat cheese and drinking kefir from sheep's milk, and I did not do well with either one of those. I have attempted adding those in over the years a few times, and every time it just, I don't know, I don't do well with it. So keep trying, but what are you gonna do? Feeling faint at the moment. I might have to go sit down. I really want to get this started so that I can get some food in me. I'm sitting down to peel and chop the cucumber because I am feeling very dizzy. My arms are hurting, so this is just easier, having trouble thinking. I don't digest a lot of raw things. I can't, the seeds that are in these, I don't digest, and the seeds that are also in the squash and zucchini that I often eat also I do not digest. So I just started cutting out the seeds in the zucchini and squash yesterday because it wasn't, it's like going through my digestive system the same, so what's the point in making my body try to process something that it's not processing? And I've been cutting out the seeds in the cucumber for quite a while now, for a couple months, and peeling them because I just don't digest that part of it, but I do digest the flesh part of it. So yeah, that is one of the few raw things that I eat. Lettuce, kale, all that stuff doesn't get processed whatsoever. Things go through my GI system very, very quickly, and so I have to eat overly cooked things usually so that it kind of helps my body. And then a lot of raw things my body will actually react to with an allergic reaction of some sort. So feeling seizure-y. I'm feeling like this just progressively throughout the morning. Like I get Lyme seizures, not like grand mal seizure type stuff, but okay. So this is my final product, breakfast, and the meat in there is lamb. And I also have some sliced avocado and fresh basil and oregano. And I put the basil and oregano on for flavor. I don't really digest it, but I try to chop it up so that it's a little bit easier to digest. And then my tea is chamomile, peppermint, and pau d'arco. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but this is such a big mug that I can fit 3 tea bags in there, and it's just right. So I love this mug. If you're wondering why I still cook in the kitchen, in the main house, my hair is kind of crazy, whatever. There's a couple reasons. So one is I do better when I'm around other people, and so I come in here and then I can, if somebody's home, then I can share the kitchen with them. Secondly, everything's already in here, and so, laundry's done. So it's just easier to have it here right now and not move it just because I'm having trouble making decisions, even more so than usual lately. So I just am staying here because it's just easier for me mentally. And I think getting up and out of the space I'm in the backyard is helpful for my mental, because otherwise I'm in one space, and when I'm not moving around physically, I tend to get more mentally, emotionally symptomatic. So yeah, I'm coming in here and that is helping with that. And because I'm super forgetful, I set the timer for the washer because otherwise I will leave it in there for a couple days. And now I'm gonna sit by the fireplace and eat my breakfast and watch the rain. I love listening to the rain. The rain is like my favorite thing to listen to. I fall asleep to rain noises very often. I have the 10-hour, 8-hour rain noises going and I just sleep. It's great. This back in the dryer. On my third load of laundry, and after I ate, I am feeling better. I feel stronger, and I just made the bed and was very tired after putting that fitted sheet on. That always like gets me. That I have the Murphy bed, and so it just like pops up, and you gotta lift up the mattress all the way in the corner. I don't know. It's more difficult than an average bed. I would get tired doing an average bed, but yeah, that would. But I am feeling better. I'm feeling like I have more strength in me. Then when the clothes come out, most of them I don't put in the dryer, so I'll hang dry those. Obviously not outside today. My car's getting washed, yes. I needed to bring it in to get washed really bad. Oh, the ear is more swollen. Got all my laundry done, and now I am doing my second enema today, and I just got done taking a detox bath. What did I do? Oh, I just had some sweet potato chips for lunch. That's not a typical lunch for me. However, today I was just like, I'm just gonna have some chips. And then I'm gonna make some squash or zucchini for dinner. Feel good. I feel like I got some stuff accomplished today, because I did. And vlogged, obviously, and have edited part of that already. It's like 5 o'clock now, and it's been raining all day, which has been lovely. All day today I've been fighting off anxiety and feelings of the beginnings of panic, and I was doing pretty well, keeping myself busy, and even though I was symptomatic, not feeding into the symptoms. And then my foot hurt when I got out of the bath, like on the top of my foot, on the right foot, on the right side. Just realized, like, I thought something was stuck to the bottom of my foot. It felt like plastic on it or something. See, I feel stuff on my feet all the time, tingling and weird sensations, feeling like bugs are crawling up me, that I've actually had bugs on me, and I stopped looking to check if they were there because it happened so frequently. So I just didn't even look for a while, and then I looked to see if there was something stuck to my foot, and there wasn't. And I realized then that that part of my foot was numb, and it's like it's this part of my foot right here is all numb. And when it was hurting on the top, it was hurting right here. So it was right on the other side of where it was hurting. So that just kind of made my panic start to go into even more overdrive, because both of my feet are sending tingling signals, shooting, just like pulsing down my feet. And that's fairly typical. That's not anything weird. I'm used to having some neuropathy type symptoms, but that was totally numb. Now, when my Lyme doctor did a test on my feet, I didn't even know what he was doing. He just was like poking something sharp into my foot. I thought he was feeling for stuff that was oversensitive, because it was really hurting in some spots and then not hurting in other spots. Well, he told me that I was completely numb in some parts of my feet. There was no plan of action to go from there, because at that time I was going through treatment, and I don't know what's temporary and what's something that's long term. So I don't know where to go from here, what to do. But yeah, my feet, my toes were, my toenails on my big toes were blue today, and they were so cold. It's just such a lack of circulation. So I don't know what to do for the next step from there. Just the thought of searching and getting another doctor, finding a neurologist. My health insurance is changing. Just like, well, I'll figure it out. But for now, just talking to you guys about it has helped the panic kind of go away. So I hope you guys are having a good night. And if I have anything else to vlog, I will. Otherwise, good night. Bye, everybody.